there, Lauren. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Hi, you too.
Thanks. Well, how's your golf game been? It's been a while since we teed it up.
Yeah, my game has seen better days, spending more days in the office than on the golf course, but I would love to get back out there soon.
Oh, don't we all? So, how are these interest rates affecting you lately? I mean, it's pretty tough out there for us.
Yeah, I've honestly been getting slammed. It's really brutal out there.
Seriously. Well, anyways, I brought you here today because I know you had a couple of concerns about your investment portfolio, and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions to address some of these concerns you might have.
Yeah, definitely. Go for it.
Oh, sounds great. Let's get started. So, how long have you been looking for the property that you have specific needs for?
It's honestly been a while. Other firms have been dragging their feet and finding me a suitable property.
It's understandable. Well, what are some of the problems that have arisen with the search?
Our situation is definitely really unique in what we need. We need an industrial location that's accessible to ports and highways, but ideally near developed or developing residential areas so that our employees don't have to commute.
Yeah, it does sound like a very unique situation. How has the uniqueness of the situation affected the search specifically for you?
Well, we do need an industrial location, but that's not the issue. Finding a location that suits our specific needs may be a challenge. We need to move fast because our overhead is way too high and we're losing money in our lack of productivity.
Well, I think you're in luck because here at Richard Ellis Group, we're able to leverage our skills and able to bring people the most possible profit based off our value add approach. And I think that we would definitely be able to assist you in the search here today, especially with the specificity you requested in terms of your property. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. I feel like I can really trust you as a broker due to the fact that you showed me facts and figures and didn't just try to confuse me with the jargon. I'm so excited to get the process started. Let's find this warehouse.
Let's find it. All right, so let's get started with a couple questions I have for you. In terms of location features, are there any that your warehouse is lacking currently?
Yeah, we want to be accessible to the port of Houston, which is less susceptible to flooding issues, and proximity to residential areas so my employees won't have to commute.
In terms of being close to Houston, what is the desire from that stem from?
Our warehouses have been susceptible to flooding in the past, and we're looking to avoid this moving forward, so this is why we chose that area.
Absolutely. Have the working conditions in terms of the size and the condition of the building affected your business in any way?
Yeah, I mean, we would really like to be in a property with little to no deferred maintenance, and I'm looking for a 16,000 square foot industrial warehouse property, and ours is currently much smaller than that.
So if you're not able to move into a space that meets the size need, what could happen?
Well, we need a larger space ASAP. We have way too many orders for the capacity of our current space, and we're losing out on potential revenue.
As far as, again, for the working conditions of the building, are the staff available to complete their job as needed with the conditions that are laid out for them currently?
At this time, with a lack of proper office space, our administrative and corporate staff are experiencing a disconnect. So yeah, one of our primary issues is a location with a feasible space to move our administrative and corporate staff.
Okay, so you say you're experiencing a disconnect with the staff and the warehouse workers. How might this affect your business or your bottom line?
When there is a disconnect between our clerical staff and our warehouse employees, the time to fill orders increases and we start losing money with just a few minutes of delay.
Okay, well, we'll have to address that. Now, I know you mentioned something in regards to the condition of your building. As far as it goes between Class A and Class B, do you have a preference?
Yeah, definitely I would prefer Class A because we're looking to maintain this location for a while and we would prefer a building in good condition.
Okay, fair enough. And between 1 story and 2 story, is there a preference or it doesn't really matter for you?
We would definitely like a 2-story. Perhaps we could put our office stuff on the 2nd story.
Great. And then is it important for you and your employees to have a variety of utilities available in the workplace?
Yeah, definitely. We want everyone to be comfortable and able to do their job to the best of their abilities.
Absolutely, just increase productivity. Sounds great. So based off your answers to those questions, it seems like your 3 kind of hot button issues are number 1, just accessibility in terms of relation to the Houston port area. 2, good working conditions as far as the condition of the building and size of the building, that being 16,000 square feet. And 3, you definitely need an office space so that your clerical staff can have better communication with your warehouse workers. Does this sound correct to you?
Yeah, those are definitely my 3 main issues.
Awesome. Well, I think we might have something that kind of fits your description. We're proud to present this property that's situated in Houston, just near the port, and it's going to be less susceptible to flooding issues, and there's never been an issue. I know that you had told me that this was a concern of yours, and hopefully with this location it would be mitigated. Does this sound like something that might work for you?
Yeah, it would be so awesome not to have to worry about flooding whatsoever.
Absolutely. And then moving forward with the same property, we also found it's Class A and it has a desirable size of 17,000 square feet. So you'll be able to fit everything you need there, and it has those nice working conditions that your staff will appreciate in the long run. You mentioned that this is a concern for you because you're a rapidly growing company and you're moving beyond your means at the moment. Does this sound like something you might be able to slide into and it'd work?
Definitely, that sounds perfect.
Awesome. And finally, you had mentioned that the clerical staff was having a disconnect with the with the warehouse workers rather. And this property has an office location able to be converted in the second story, which I think would address those issues and have everyone under the same roof. You'd mentioned that this was a concern of yours prior, and I think that this would cover that concern, but what do you think?
I think that that sounds awesome. It would be great to have both the office space and the warehouse in the same area.
Awesome. I'm glad we could find something that's a good fit. So it seems like we found something that might work for you. Let me tell you a quick story about a client of mine who's a very successful portfolio manager. He's been in the business for a long time. He came to me searching for a property with similar description to yours. He wanted a large 16,000 square foot building. You know, he wanted to transact within 2 months, and we were able to find something faster than his desired time of transaction, and it met his exact same square footage preferences. You know, we just like to tell this story because he's a very successful manager, and he liked the process so much that he came to us for his next deal.
Wow, that's really impressive. If an investor of that caliber recommends you, then I think I would be wise to join him too.
Absolutely. Now, our firm is not always the best in terms of price, but you get what you pay for. We're very famous for having some of the fastest transaction times in the industry, and in terms of brokerage services, we have very sophisticated brokers in terms of their knowledge and experience as well.
Awesome. I really appreciate the honesty about pricing, but we definitely really do need a fast turnaround on this deal, so that's good to hear.
Absolutely. Now, some firms, or some clients rather, have expressed concern about the age of brokers at other firms, and now that's a factor you don't have to worry about here at Richard Ellis. All of our brokers that would be working potentially on your deal have been with the firm for 10 plus years, and each of them has at least $1 billion closed throughout their career. So you would not have to worry about inexperience, and you know you'd be getting the best of the best.
Wow, yes, like that $1 billion. I'm sold.
Absolutely. And one word, we are a company that's committed to going above and beyond for our customers, especially when it comes to their unique needs. We will stop at nothing to finish what is requested of us, especially when other companies may have fallen short.
Yeah, I can truly see that.
All right, so to summarize this property we've brought forth to you, it's got the perfect location you desire right next to the Port of Houston, so it's not susceptible to flooding. It's also a Class A property, which has the amount of square footage that you desired. And finally, it has that second story of convertible space, so you can make your office staff work together with your warehouse staff. Do you have any other questions or concerns about the property?
No, everything sounds great.
That sounds great. So would you like to sign today?
I don't know if I'm ready because I'm worried that the deal won't transact in time.
I understand that, and I've had clients push back on the past as well. So you see, we are the fastest in the industry in terms of transactions, and even when we have very complex deals such as yours, in the past, we've never gone over the transacted estimate that we supplied.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
Absolutely. So can I go ahead and get you to sign today?
The final aspect I am having trouble with is that I will need to meet with my colleagues to discuss this because we usually like to make these decisions as a team.
I understand that, and I'm not trying to pressure you into anything today, but are there certain issues that you might usually discuss that we can talk about perhaps over a video conference so that your colleagues would feel better about this so we could maybe save you a trip?
Yeah, I think that we definitely could, and that would save me another trip. Thanks for the idea.
You got it. Well, let's have a little video conference and see how it goes.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that was an effective meeting. I'm glad we were able to make that a little easier for you guys. Now that everything's agreed upon, can I get you to sign and review these documents?
Yeah,
It'll take about
definitely.
10
Sounds
minutes.
good. Yeah. Thank you.
You got it.